Sports.
We are Fourth. We are Detroit.
Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit is presented by
Bell Tire.
There's no place like home, and the Tigers are happy to be back in downtown Detroit, where they won 5 of 7 before hitting the road a week ago. What kind of dramatics do they have in store for us over the next 3 games? We'll find out as they kick off this 3-game set against the Rays next. Well, it's finally sunny and warm here at Comerica Park. Great to have good weather. It's game 1 in this series featuring the Tigers and the Tampa Bay Rays. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to Tigers Baseball. Mario and Pemba, Kirk Gibson.
Hi.
Glad to have you with us. Hi, Kirk. Good to see you. Hey, by the way, the Tigers at home, it's going to be a short 3-game homestand, but still good to be home.
It is. You know, home cooking put the Tigers on 5-2 homestand their previous. They're disappointed in the 2-4 start. But the warm is here. There's no rain. But all the doubleheaders are taking the toll on the Tigers team. The injuries, Miggy out, Martin out, Norris on the 60-day DL. But they're happy to be home, and they got to go after it regardless.
All right, Jordan Zimmerman is on the mound tonight for the Tigers, hoping to turn things around. It has not been a good season for Jay-Z, but his manager, Ron Gardner, recently talked about the prospects for his right hand.
Sometimes it looks like all of his stuff's blending together. He's not slowing the ball down enough, and looks to me like that's what's happening. I mean, you know, every time he makes a bad pitch right now, they whack it. He has no luck going his way. We missed a double play out there and then ended up giving up, but still he gave up a home run after that. So, you know, it's just about making better pitches, and I think, you know, getting the ball where he needs to, but I think he's got to slow it down a little bit. I think he's got to use more curveballs and things like that, because sometimes his stuff looks like it's all blending together.
So what does it mean it blends together? Well, the fastball, the slider, the curveball, they look similar, and when they hang them, they bang them. So I looked at the velocities. Fastballs are about the same. The slider and the curveball are a little harder. So it seems like an easy fix, but it just doesn't go that way. You got what you got, and I'm looking delivery. I think it's changed a little bit. He's had that neck issue. We're going to talk in game about some of the things that I see with Jordan Zimmerman. He's really battling. I wonder whether he's really healthy, but regardless, he's battling every 5th day, and hopefully tonight's a good one.
All right, after a short break, we'll send you down to the Call Sam Studios. John Keating will check in. Coming up tonight, hey, it's a warm night. Let's enjoy it. Tigers are back home. Tigers, Rays, game 1 coming up next.
powerful was Jake Faria last Father's Day. He only faced the Tigers once in his career, but on that June 18th day, he only allowed a run over 7 innings, and he struck out 9 Tigers that day. Quick pop back into the Call Sam studio. John Keating with you. Game time between the Tigers and the Rays coming up. It's a road trip that had some hiccups to it, and the Tigers will start tonight without Miguel Cabrera and without Leonis Martin, each of them banged up a bit due to injury. Tigers are 3 games behind where they were through 26 games last year. And this first game between Tigers and Tampa Bay is brought to you by Kroger. Visit Kroger.com for great deals, digital coupons, and more. By Comerica Bank, raise your expectations of what a bank can be. Come to Comerica. And by Jeep, get great deals on the Jeep brand lineup.
In game 1 in this 3-game series, the Tigers will send Jordan Zimmerman to the mound, and he is presented tonight by Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical.
Well, Jordan in his 10th season, 3rd season with his Tigers. It's his 6th start this year. He's got to work on the slide ball, the curve ball. His manager, Ron Gardenhire, would like to see some variation in the speeds. It had a rough one, only 3 innings in his last outing, but home for some good home cooking, good weather, and ready to go tonight.
And here is the lineup he will face tonight, presented by the Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. You got Span, Crone, and Duffy at the top of the lineup for the Rays. Brett Miller batting cleanup, and Robertson, Wendell, Gomez, Smith, and Sucre will round it out for a Tampa Bay team that, although they lost yesterday, is playing some of the best baseball in the American League.
Oakland University brings you the Tigers starting defense. Victor Reyes on left, Jacoby playing center, Castellanos in right, infield left to right, Candy, Iglesias, Machado, John Hicks at first, McCann behind the dish. Ready to block some balls in the dirt for George Zimmerman, get that called third strike.
So we are ready for baseball here tonight on a gorgeous evening here in downtown Detroit. Sun is shining. Temperature actually reaching the 70s today.
I already screwed up.
What'd you mess up?
I said ready to block those balls on that called third strike.
Oh.
He's got to swing to do that.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, sorry. Here's strike one on Denard Span. Span, Cronin, Duffy for the Rays. Span 267. He's got 21 RBIs already this year. And he'll look at a ball inside, 1-1. Span with 3 homers. Former Minnesota Twin among other teams, and he takes a strike 1-2. Kevin Cash, the skipper of a team that has won 8 of 9. They had their 8-game winning streak come to an end yesterday against Boston.
Interesting team. They lost 8 earlier in the month, won 8, won 9 of 11.
It's been a roller coaster of a month for the Rays. Span, a former Twin, and he of course was there when Ron Gardenhire was the manager there. Here's the 2-2. Bouncing ball right side. That'll be gobbled up there by Machado. 1 gone. What do you got on the weather, Gibby?
I'm going to write it. Wonderful.
Holy smokes, that took forever, but it was worth it.
Well, didn't want to shake too bad.
70 degrees is our game time temp.
70 wonderful degrees. That's a tribute to my mom and my grandmother. It's one of their favorite words.
Favorite words, huh?
Yeah, well, it's cold out today. Oh, it's wonderful, dear.
Nice. It's all about attitude.
That's right. What you make it, how you perceive it.
CJ Crone is the batter now for the Rays. And they'll look at the ball inside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Now the pitch on Span was a great pitch. Nice downward action. We'll come back as we get a couple of bats in here. We'll show you what Jordan's pitches are doing. Nice lively fastball up and away. Pitches work off of each other. You throw the slider, 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 then you go the breaking ball. Slider's harder than the breaking ball. Fastball's faster than the slider. But you got to have a big speed range in all of them.
Right back to the mound, and Zim handles that one. Crone is out, 2 gone. That'll bring Matt Duffy. He'll bat with 2 outs here, nobody on. Duffy, 296. One of the main missions tonight for Zim to go deep into this game. The Tigers bullpen, of course, was utilized a lot in that Baltimore series. They had the injury to Norris. That's in there, a strike called, 0-1.
Norris went on the DL, and they brought up Chad Bell. He's got plenty of innings tonight, but you hope you don't have to use him. He's actually scheduled to start in Toledo tonight.
0-2. Duffy had a big series in Boston, 5 for 11. Four-hit game on Saturday. The Rays come in with a .271 batting average, and that is the best in baseball.
I was looking at the Rays and the Tigers comparisons, which you always do, and you see a team that's playing so well. You're wondering, runs-wise, the Rays have 124 runs. Tigers only 122, so you go a little deeper. Home runs, Rays have a few more. Then when you get over to the on-base percentage, 340 for the Rays, 316 for the Tigers. So everything's pretty equal, except the Rays get on base a little more, and when they hit the home runs, a little more damage. That's what the Earl Weaver special, 3-run homer, dinger.
2-2. And Duffy slicing one toward the gap in right center field. That'll get down, base hit. Jones cuts it off and holds him to a 2-out single. Nice job there by Jacoby.
Yeah, good job by Jacoby. I was looking to see this ball is marginal in the gap. When you get to it, are you going to reverse pivot or are you going to open up? If you open up, the runner goes, he reverse pivots, gets the ball in there quickly. Now, obviously you want him to be on first base. You're thinking, no, it still takes 2 hits to score him. So you're always playing these odds. You're give them what they've earned, no more.
Brad Miller pops up the first pitch foul. Miller at 228. Spent some time on the disabled list in the month of April earlier this year with a groin injury. Here's the 0-1. That is popped up. First base side, Hicks appears to have room. Circling, and that'll take care of the Rays. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. Zim and McCann. Here is the starting lineup for the Tigers this evening, presented by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. And for the Tigers, it'll be Jones, Candelario, and Castellanos. Villard is batting cleanup tonight. Then McCann and Hicks, Machado, Iglesias, Reyes. Your bottom 3. MJM Grand Detroit presents Jake Faria. He gets the start tonight.
Yeah, you're going to look. He shut the Tigers out actually 1 run the Tigers last year in 7 innings. You want to look for the walks. 21 innings pitched this year, 14 walks. You want to lay off his fastball split. He likes to throw that split in the dirt. You can lay off that, get on base, put some pressure on him. You got a chance.
Jacoby Jones getting it started for the Tigers, and he waves and misses 0-2. Tigers short-handed tonight. They have no Miguel Cabrera in the starting lineup with that sore bicep. He's day-to-day, and Leonis Martin with a hamstring problem, also not in the lineup. Jacoby strokes one to center field on a line. It's going to be caught there by Smith.
Well, let's take a look at the Rays starting defense in the outfield, left to right. Span, Smith, and Gomez. Matt Duffy in the third base. Daniel Robertson at short. Troy Wendell at second base. Brad Miller at first. Jake Faria chucking to Jesus Sucre.
Here is Jeimer Candelario. Kid in the 2 slot again here tonight, batting .282 for the year. And for Candelario, it's been, well, a really good start to the season. A 300 road trip as well for Candy. Faria missing outside, 1-0.
Notice all the fastballs so far up in the zone. I think the Tigers would want to take those, see if the umpire will give them those as a ball. make him get it down where he can hammer.
2-0.
Those balls at the top of the zone, I mean, around the league in general, you'd find their batting average much lower on balls up at the top of the zone. Most hitters are lower ball hitters.
2-1 now on Candelario.
You see Candy speaking to himself. When you have these at bats, you have a little conversation in your inner self. Sometimes you're a little more vocal, so others can see. There's that split. Goes straight down, and in Freya's games that have not been so good, he throws a lot of those short in the dirt and leaves the fastball high because he drifts down that hill too much and fights it. Has to come to the hitters when he gets behind in the count, gets pounded.
Well, Candelario gets a walk. It seems like he's always in a 3-ball count. And he draws a base on balls. That'll bring up Nick Castellanos. Also brings us to Chevrolet's most dependable player. Highest slugging percentage of non-fastballs this year, and Nick on that list.
Leonis Martin as well. So you just, at some point in your career, you hope you just learn to sit back and let it come to you. When you see an off-speed pitch, you recognize, and you tend, when you're younger, to jump at that ball. I know Simo talks a lot about it. We talked today at dinner about it for quite some time, but just let it come. It's much slower. It's 10 mile an hour slower.
Back up the middle. They're going to flip to second one, and the relay's in time. An awkward double play. But the Rays able to turn it, and we'll go to the second. Zimmerman back to the mound facing Daniel Robertson. Rays got a hit in the first but did not score. It'll be Robertson, Wendell, and Gomez in the Tampa Bay second. Zimmerman that first inning threw 16 pitches, and he dives one in for a strike. What a start for Robertson. 355 as he takes low. Raise your hand if you figured at the end of April the Tampa Bay Rays would be leading the American League in hitting.
And especially after their start, because it was a slow one.
I mean, they were on a stretch in which they won 8 consecutive games where their offense was absolutely rolling.
Hitting lots of home runs. They've had contributions from many.
And you touched on this a little bit earlier, Gibby. Their on-base percentage has been outstanding as a team, but Robertson right here, his on-base percentage is .500.
league average is 319, so he's a bit over.
3-1 is in there, a strike, 3-2. No Evan Longoria, he was dealt away by the Rays.
Over there with the Giants, right?
Yes, indeed. 3-2 is in there, strike 3 called. First strikeout of the game for Zim.
Well, let's take a look at this pitch right here. Why does the guy take a fastball right down the middle of the plate? Sometimes you get caught looking for another pitch. Sims throws a lot of sliders in this count, and that looks like a two-seamer to me. Just kind of runs back out over the edge to the outer half. That's a good pitch down in the zone. I like it down there.
Joey Wendell batting .348. Wendell, a rookie, has 24 hits this year, which is tied for the league lead among rooks.
Really hammering lefties. 421, 462 clip. I'm sorry. 321 righty. Runs pretty good.
Toward left field, and Reyes is on the move, still going back. It's carrying into the wall to make the catch.
This ball looked like trouble, and you got to check that big flag in center field. You'll understand where this ball is going to end up. This ball goes up, and Victor battling that wind. He stayed with it, did not shy away from the fence out there. That ball carried it a long way for Wendell. Is he that strong?
Apparently so.
Super M strong.
Here's Carlos Gomez.
That made you smile.
Actually, it's big M, but okay.
What did I say?
Super M.
Well, could have said little M. Give me a break.
Gomez looks at a ball high. Here's our call, Sam. Career versus Zimmerman for Gomez. 0 for 12 with 8 strikeouts. That's the pitcher-batter matchup. Bernstein advantage belongs to Zim.
And Carlos Gomez, he's going to let it go right here if this ball's even close. He doesn't go for singles. He's going to try and elevate it. That's where he swings through it.
Carlos Gomez plays the game with a flair, as they say.
Yeah, I know Simo was talking about the celebration earlier. Did it bother you what he did in the game, the walk-off?
Well, it was quite a walk-off celebration by Gomez, who takes a walk. My opinion on that is, though, the only person's whose opinions matters on that is the opposing pitcher.
Well,
if he takes offense, then he'll get him next time.
Yeah, I think that he doesn't offend me because I know Carlos Gomez. We've seen this more times than one. He said he's not trying to disrespect anybody. He said, if I'm accused of having too much fun in the game, guilty. But pitchers do it, and I mean, I just don't feel this guy is disrespectful. He will want to run. I can promise you that. He doesn't wait around too long.
Simo will join us in the middle innings here tonight. We'll talk a little bit more about Carlos Gomez and his celebrations and whether or not it bothers you.
He always gets a good lead. I just hold the ball here and step off. And then Gomez is guessing right here he's going to go home. So if you just come set, hold it, you can see the flinching. Because you're a base stealer, you're kind of guessing here a little bit. Attaboy, Zim. Now, some don't like this, but if you're trying to stop a guy who's an elite base stealer, yeah, it's a must. Now you come set and go to the plate really quick, and you got him off guard.
Oh, and 1 on Malik Smith.
Gomez held there. Base stealers do not like pitchers to hold the ball. It's the best thing you can do to slow them down.
It's something that Max Scherzer really utilized well when he was here with the Tigers, and even now with the Nationals.
Flinching. See him flinching over there?
Popped up. Shallow center field. Machado going back, called off now by Jones. And that'll end the inning. No runs, 2-out walk. He is stranded. Here comes the bottom of the second.
Pretty hard to strike this guy out. Victor Martinez. Most plate appearances per strikeout. 9 plate appearances per every strikeout. You can see how that's this season. Ranks 5th. I don't think I'd ever make that list.
No.
These guys say, "Oh, thanks for the breeze." Well, thank you, sir. You paid for it.
Here is Victor Martinez, and he'll be followed by McCann and Hicks.
Do you think he was sincere about that comment when he said that to me?
No, probably not. There's a swing and a miss, 0-1 on Vmart. If you wanted to, though, I'll bet you could have worked on your shortening the swing and cutting down the strikeouts.
They're playing deep there.
Robertson, the shortstop, is in right field.
Looked like Victor was trying to beat the shift there.
Not afraid to do that. He has done that many times. We've seen Victor take the ball the other way.
The guy playing rover out there. I used to hate when the rover would come over in front of me. I'm like right there, right? Playing softball when you're little.
Oh yeah. Well, softball. Whoever thought it would make its way to the big leagues?
With the rover?
The rover.
Well, we didn't think of it. It's here. It brings back terrible memories.
Here's the 1-2. Victor hammers this one. It's going to hook, though, and go foul. Just a smidge out in front.
Split finger. Faria's trying to throw that in the dirt for a chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Victor, 39 years old, still got some savvy at that dish. Very calm on the take. You didn't see any flinching. It's by direction for Victor. You see he's 7 to center and 4 to left, so he's mixing them in. Last year he was pretty much exclusive to the right side of the diamond.
Now he's gone full on him, 3-2.
Not biting on that split at all. Must see something. Must be a different arm angle, slowing his glove down. Victor stored all those tricks away from all those years.
He's got a bag full, to be sure. Faria now with the 3-2. Bouncing ball right side, straight at the first baseman Miller. And Martinez is out.
Another split.
Hey, if the Tigers combine for 3 or more home runs in this game, bring a copy of the box score to a participating Arby's location tomorrow. Get a free small order of curly fries. Here is James McCann, elevated to the 5 spot in the lineup today. Different looking lineup without Martin and without Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah, with Miggy out, he had to move Nick up, Victor up, and then James McCann slid in behind V-Mart. Talked to Gardy today, shifting again, about how you figure that out. He likes Iglesias down at the bottom, so he worked from the top, from the bottom, and then he figured out the middle last.
One ball, one strike.
Ken didn't look like he liked that pitch. Kind of stood there. Didn't look good from here. Just got a little wide on that pitch.
Pretty good road trip for McCann. A .333 batting average on the road. And he's hit safely now in 9 of his last 10.
Yeah, picking it up, feeling more comfortable, not getting fooled as much.
Had a 3-hit game in Baltimore.
Watch James. He, of course, he's a catcher, so he talks to the umpire quite a bit, but he lets him know up there at the plate as well. Bat looks much quicker.
Well, how nuanced do you have to be if you want to have a little chat with the umpire?
Well, you don't want to turn around and look him face to face and, you know, quote, show him up. Maybe wait for another time, or just kind of say it softly while you're looking out at the pitcher. Right now would be a good time. You don't want to say, "You're a jerk."
That probably wouldn't go over too well, would it?
No. Or you could say, "Hall of Fame pitch." Durwood Merrill used to always say that, so I'd use it against him. Or is that as far as you'll go off the plate?
Swing and a miss. Mac Chase there, and he is down. The first strikeout of the ball game for Faria.
This guy really likes his split, especially when he gets ahead. You can see there the fingers are spread apart, just goes straight down. You would say, how can you swing it that well? It looks, if you stop that, it comes out right at the top of the zone. He's got a good arm motion on that. Might want to move up closer to the pitcher. Maybe it helps you get a piece of it.
John Hicks is filling in for Cabrera tonight at first base, so the Tigers have both of their catchers in the game. Swing and a miss.
So if James gets nicked up and can't go, then you got Hicks moving for first base, and you got Goodrum to come to first.
1-2.
However, some DH their second catcher.
That's when you can run into trouble.
Well, yeah, because if McCann got hurt, you'd lose your DH, so the pitcher would have to hit. Bat boys would be scrambling into the clubhouse to find a helmet.
That'll get back out of play. 1-2.
Zimmerman needs a helmet. Zimmerman needs a helmet. And then you got to find him a bat. Pitchers can use any bats, most of them.
So far, so good for Zim. 2 scoreless innings tonight.
And he's happy not having to hit, and just keep it that way.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Hicks is down on strikes. Faria fans a pair here in the second.
We talked about the slider. Good pitch down in the zone, good results. However, when you get them up and they hang a little bit, the results can be shaky. Hung that pitch, got away with it just to a single. That's up where you want it, above the zone. That right there is a hanger. Got away with it. You see Coach Chris Bazio, Chris Bazio, talking to Zim, and you want to put the ball where you want it. With the consistency, you're going to get away with a couple of them, but if you hang them, you're going to have some trouble. And Jordan's going to try and clean that up. It has not worked out for him so far in his previous start. Today, much better so far. Jesus Sucre leading off the top of the third for the Rays.
Sucre at 310 in the average column. Line drive lofted towards short. Leap and catch there by Iglesias. One gone.
Tried to jump him off the end of the bat. Iglesias almost looked like misplayed this. You can't really tell how far it's going to go. It's right off the end of the bat. Gives you a weird sound, but Iggy travels pretty quickly and pretty deep on line drives, fly balls. In fact, he probably goes deeper into the outfield than most. Got very good hands. That'll bring Denard Span for his second AB.
Span looks at the ball outside. 1-0.
Grounded out in his first at bat.
As you enjoy a Miller Lite, look forward to the whole true moments later in tonight's game. 1-0 pitch is outside. 2-0 on the veteran Span. Denard's been around a long time, man, having a really good year this year. Three 3-0.
Veteran guy, been around a while.
34 years old now. Denard Span was born in Tampa, Florida.
First rounder for the Twins back in 2002.
Got some of that gray sneaking into the beard.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I'm living proof. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Pulled on the ground at first. Hicks has it there, and there are two gone.
Good quality. See the Tigers take on the Tampa Bay Rays tomorrow and Wednesday. Enjoy great savings with the weekday value pack. 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 chips, and 4 pops for as little as $18 per person. For tickets, go to tigers.com/value.
Very nice.
Well, we're giving you a little break. He's trying to get me sick over here. Mario's brought something home from the road trip.
Yeah, battling a bit of a choppy throat, so Mr. Gibby's helping out tonight.
Strong for tonight.
What about the next 2 days?
Well, we'll find out. I'll give you everything I got.
C.J. Crone is the batter. Line drive.
Oh, what a
play
catch
by Iglesias. Iggy with a diving stab on the backhand is short. This is as good as it gets right here.
Bottom of the third, Tigers and Rays here in game 1 of this series. And Jake Faria goes back to the hill facing Dixon Machado to get things started. Bottom 3 facing Faria. And a swing and a miss, 0-1. Machado, Iglesias, Reyes here against Faria, who got the Tigers 1-2-3 in the second with a pair of strikeouts. Now the 0-1. Faria, one of the fine young talents for the Rays, 24 years old, out of La Palma, California. Inside corner, a strike, 1-2.
First split that's really been up in the zone. However, it did run in off. Didn't want to offer it that. 2 strikes, he's been going split in the dirt. So you really got to make an adjustment here if you're the Tigers. You know he's going to throw that split at some point with 2 strikes. You're going to have to almost concede the fastball. Wait late, foul it off into the stands, get a piece of it, and stay off of that chase split in the dirt. That one. You got to stand up there and look for it almost every pitch. Now, it's different for everybody. This is what I would do. I would not concede that. I would not swing at that pitch. I would be looking for it. If you threw me the fastball, I would just get a piece. Souvenirs. Kind of hard with the nets, though, nowadays. Chip it up there over the net.
Little pop-up back at first, and it's going to be run down on the grass by Miller. 1 gone.
Just like we promised, it's time for the Miller Lite hold true moment. Jose Iglesias got busy last inning. Tricky one off the end of the bat. He snags that easy. And then comes back to end the inning. This looked like it was clearly into left field. A step in a dive and holds on to it. Get some congratulatory actions from his teammates.
Well, it's a 70-degree night here at the ballpark, Gibby. So we decided, how about if Simo joins us from the camera well? Simo, always good to see you. What about those 2 defensive plays there by Iglesias?
2 outstanding plays by Iggy. But guys, we've come accustomed to watching Iggy make these dazzling plays.
Now, Simo's in your contract. It must be 70 degrees or above.
I don't know if it's in my contract, but I will say this, guys. This is a beautiful thing. When the weather breaks, it's 7 degrees out here. This is baseball weather. The first few weeks of the season, that was tough. That was tough on the broadcaster. I know it was tough on the players, but now we can get ready to play some good baseball.
One more thing. Can we get that?
That is slicing fair. It'll go to the corner. Extra bases for Iglesias. He's going to try for 3. And Iggy is in there with a triple. Now they're sending Iglesias back.
Yeah, now Marvin Hudson, the first base umpire, he signaled that it was fan touched it or went out of play somehow back there. But nobody else signaled it on the whole infield.
Nobody did.
Or outfield. And Iggy thought he had it inside the Parker. So you're going to see a ball goes down there. It's clearly fair. And the fan touched it. So now somebody's got to let Iggy know. But that didn't happen. Boy, if he lets that go, it's a triple.
It is. And there's Gomez throwing his arms up to say that ball was interfered with.
And this guy says that's too hot for the hand. Next time, let it go.
Here is Victor Reyes. Big swing there by Victor.
And guys, it always seems to happen this way. You make an outstanding defensive play, and you're the next batter up. You just seem to come up with a big knock. I know you've experienced that as well.
We came right out of it, didn't we?
Yes, we
The
did.
defensive blessing, then a knock.
Knock.
Here's the 0-1 pitch from Faria. Ground ball slowly towards second. Wendell throws him out, and Iglesias advancing. Two gone.
Simo, now I've just got a vision. We're going to have this breast cancer event coming up, right? That's coming up.
That's coming up, yes.
See, let's get a shot of Simo right here. Now look at him. He's got the pretty blue on, but I just say plug that pretty pink on that day, huh?
All right. I'll see what I can come up with for you on that.
I want to see pink. I mean,
right.
Obnoxious pink.
All right.
But everybody knows that we're serious about it.
Here is Jones. Now, when Simo bought that suit, I doubt the tag on it said the color was pretty blue.
I don't think they said that either, Mario.
He can style. Simo, you can style. I got to give it to you, man.
I just enjoy it, guys. I enjoy it.
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Jones. See, well, you can obviously appreciate what Jacoby has done in the outfield this year. I mean, we talk about guys that have been able to utilize his infield skills and bring them to the outfield. He's played really good baseball out there.
He really gets great jumps, Mario, in the outfield, be it he's playing center field or if he's even playing left field. This young man gets it, and he knows to be athletic, you have to get on the balls of your feet, and you have to take chances, and you have to trust yourself. And this young man on the defensive side, he trusts himself.
He feels like a young stallion out there in center field tonight on a pretty good weather evening. You know how it feels. You get out in center field, you got all that room, right, Simo?
You really do, and it's the best angle. You get a chance to read the ball better off the bat, and you watch his routes, very efficient. But guys, offensively now, we've seen some adjustments. Hands are back closer to loading position, making better decisions, not swinging and missing. I love what the adjustment that Jacoby Jones have made.
Comes a split.
Swing and a miss. So Faria able to pitch out of the jam. Tigers stranded double. Tigers baseball tonight presented by Bell Tire.
Story. This was on Sunday. It was Nick Kingham called up from AAA by the Pittsburgh Pirates, and man, did he dazzle the Cardinals. He retired the first 20 hitters he faced. He had a perfect game broken up right there. Since 1974, Mario, no pitcher had made it through 6 perfect innings. Nick Kingham was absolutely brilliant yesterday, and for his efforts, he'll probably get sent back down. That's the way it works in baseball.
It is. That's
a
the way it
spot
works.
Start.
But great afternoon for him, and certainly Gibby, that has to be the highlight of his career professionally. And I guess if you're the Pirates, that's got to give you a good feeling about the future.
Yeah, he may get sent down, but he made a good impression, and he may get called back up. And with all the rainouts around the league, there's so much catch-up going on. They have to bring pitchers up and down, and whoever's got innings is a candidate from AAA. I haven't seen any AA call-ups yet, but he got to be feeling good. He's probably saying, "Oh, this is easy.
Yeah, no
it's easier in AAA."
Matt Duffy is getting things started here. Now he's handing the count 3-1. Sewell, you were talking about the fact that the Tigers, of course, had a brutal weather month in April, but also all the doubleheaders as well. And as a player, those start to pile up.
They really do, guys, and you just don't get into a good rhythm. Guys, we're very ritual. We do the same things over and over. But the one thing that we like to do is create a routine, something that we can rely on and we can trust to be at our best every single day.
Yeah, there's something about a routine. Like many guys will get up normal time, they'll go get something to eat at a normal time. Usually you got your buddy. Who was your guy, Simo? Tram was my guy.
Marcus Thames.
You and Marcus about 1 o'clock and peel out of there.
That's right.
You have your lunch and then you head to the park, play some cards. We played, I think it was Hearts, the last one we played.
Fly ball, right center field. And Castellanos hauls it in, 1 gone.
Good job right here. Duffy ahead 3-1 in the count again. His second straight at bat. Zim came back, look at him driving him down in the bottom of the zone. And there's a nice fastball running in on the hands. Gets the fly out.
Here is Brad Miller now with 1 out.
Change up.
We ran a piece on the Open about Rod Gardner talking about how he would like to see little north and south movement from Zim here as he goes forward. Maybe, I don't want to use the term reinvent himself, but obviously the fastball is not what it was maybe 5-6 years ago. But how do you see his progress in that area?
Well, I like how the ball's coming out of his hand, guys. 92, 93, he can miss some barrels with that speed. He'll have to locate that pitch and keep it out of the middle of the plate, but so far so good.
2-1 on Miller. Popped up in his only at bat so far tonight. No score in the 4th inning, game 1 in a 3-game series.
Coming back in there, get this one down and in the hands. Good. He's got good location tonight. This first pitch of the at bat was a changeup. He doesn't throw many of those. But that's what Gardy's talking about. I think you can mix the changeup in. That's, low to mid 80s. Got the slider mid to high 80s. Curveball around 80. The more speed variation you can get, the better. That's a beauty right there. Back door.
2 gone.
There's nothing you can do there, Simo. He's throwing the kitchen sink at him here. It's like a little backdoor slider, 87 mile an hour. You see the fingers on the side. Brad Miller thought that's outside, but a little wrinkle there at the end and caught him.
A pair of strikeouts now for Zim. That'll bring up Daniel Robertson, who struck out in his only at bat.
Look at the pace here, Simo. You notice that? He's just getting it and chucking it right now.
Yeah, I feel like that's when he's at his best, when he's not overthinking it. And right now he's in a real good groove.
Ooh, he reached back on that a little bit. Pitchers, just like hitters, they find just one feel one day. Simo, we had a long conversation about how you get in the zone. It's more of a feel than it is technical stuff. Looks like Zim maybe threw a pitch or something that it feels good, and he's got that good thought about it, and the confidence is back. Now, as a hitter, what generally started it for you?
For me, it was getting a knock up the middle the opposite way.
Got him, strike 3. And Zim records his 3rd strikeout. 1, 2, 3, 4th inning.
Tigers again, as he did last year in his only start. He's got that fastball split. There's a split. Look at how he's going to pull down on it, and this pitch just dives right into the ground. He has 3 strikeouts in the Tigers, all on this pitch. And so you're going to have to make an adjustment, look for it, concede the fastball, because that has got great action, good arm action. That ball is really diving.
Yeah, it looks like a fastball get out of his hand. That's
Yeah.
what makes that pitch so effective.
He's got a good arm motion, arm action with it. Oh, that ball's outside. Miggy.
Yeah, the boys are chirping in here in the dugout.
Yeah, that was not a good pitch.
They're barking at him a little bit.
Miggy may not be playing tonight, but he's in the game. That's
He's
for
into
sure.
it.
The 0-2 bouncing in, 1-2 on Candelario.
Who do you got tonight, Simo?
My man's up right now. I got the candy
You
man.
got the candy man, don't you?
I do.
Had a feeling.
I've been waiting to get this young man here. He walks a lot. He scores a lot of runs. Seems to always be on base.
Hang it. Oh, he tried. That's what you want to see. And if you're Kevin Cash, you're going to watch to see if these splits are going to start hanging. If you're the Tigers, those eyes get wide. You want to hammer it.
And Candy caught looking. Hands on hips, did not like it.
Well, that's a pretty nasty pitch. He missed with one high. And Faria comes right back with it. It looks like it's out of the zone, and then it dips down. Is it on the corner? But you're looking at the catcher. He's pulled that a foot. Look at that. He pulled that glove way down. So that tells me that he knows that it might have been a tad off.
Here is Castellanos, who knocked into a double play in his first at bat. Nick loves to attack that first pitch, as he does there again. He is #1 actually in the first pitch swing percentage. 50% of the time. How about that?
In the league?
In the league, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of chase pitches. Sometimes you got to sit on those.
Strike called, and now Nick didn't like it. 0-2.
Borderline. It's interesting to just watch these guys, how they Miggy's vocal cords are healthy. That's good. You know, some veterans sit in the clubhouse. Miggy's not doing it.
Pull down the left field line, and that's going to drop. Castellanos on his way to second, and he's in there with a double.
Well, he stayed on this one, Simo.
Yeah, one of the things that Nick is able to do, guys, because he thinks inside the baseball, driving the ball to right center, if you do get that off-speed pitch, it keeps his hands back long enough to be able to stay through that ball and get himself a double here. Outstanding piece of hitting there.
Yeah, if you cut that off, you're going to miss that. You're going to miss that pitch, and that's really good. The good extension. Refused to bail on that pitch, as Simo was pointing out.
6th double of the year now for Castellanos. Tigers have their second hit. Here is a chance for Victor Martinez.
Beat that shift.
This would be the perfect time. Well, outside 1-0.
Now, Nick's not the fastest, but this guy, that's a long way off of there. He's way off there. He gets any further off there, I'd at least take a false break on him. It's hard to run that far, catch a ball from the catcher. Simo, you got a good shot of that down there.
Yeah, I did. I feel like right now that he's giving him a little bit off the outside part of the plate.
1 ball and 1 strike. Victor pulled the ball his first time up right to the first baseman.
And yeah, give the third baseman Duffy is way off the bag over here at third.
He was a little deeper. I think it might work out, because Nick is not the fastest. He's not the slowest. He runs decent. 1 out. It's always a good time to get over to third base. I'd be thinking of it, but Simo, would you be thinking about it with your wheels?
Yeah, I feel like I would get a really good jump.
Hop.
Little chopper back to the mound. Faria will check the runner, and Vmart is out.
Hey, Tiger fans, if you can't catch the games on TV, you can stream them live on your mobile device with Fox Sports Go. Download the app and take Fox Sports Detroit and Tigers baseball with you wherever you go. Made available by Oakland University. That's what they call on the go.
A couple of folks right there taking advantage of Fox Sports Go, I'm assuming. Here's McCann now with 2 outs. Well, a little 2-out knock here. James Fan in the second.
He's due. Now look at Casty. He can see in that glove.
Faria has a total of 4 strikeouts in this game.
Because that split, if I was a hitter, I'd sure like to know if it was coming.
Absolutely.
So if you're on second, my eyeballs would be in that glove. Now I didn't look to see if he. See, it looks like a fastball right there. Just give him a little step and let him know, and be on time. It wasn't a fastball, so he must have changed it on me.
Simo, were you a type of hitter that wanted to know what was coming, if you might be able to get a sign from a runner at second?
Oh, absolutely. I remember playing with Alex Rodriguez in 2001, and he made the point that if you can't hit when you know what's coming, you'll never hit at the big leagues. So no, there's no question at second base. Guys are looking in, they're trying to get the signs, and there's a way to relay it to the hitter.
That's a split there, isn't it?
Yeah, it bounces away, and that'll move Castellanos up to third.
You can definitely see that split now. Now it's going to be a little different. He's got to be over to third base. There you see it. Simo, was A-Rod a good teammate?
You know what? He really is. He's one of the smartest baseball players that I've ever played with. He loves even being at first base, and he wants you to get off far enough at first base to where you could peek in, like with the bases loaded, runner at first and third, first and second. He wants you to get off. He wanted me to get off even further where I could look in and relay them from first base. So again, guys are trying to get the edge any way you can.
Especially if it's man at first and second, you get way off. Another split.
2-2. I don't think I've ever heard of relaying signs from first base, but apparently that is possible.
Yeah,
right?
I tell you what, but if you're left-handed hitters up, it's got to go from first base to third base coach to left-handed hitter.
It's an extra step.
Well, some guys don't care if it's late. I never cared if it's late. Some guys say I want it early, but you got to wait sometimes to get the good info.
That's because you're all about trusting your teammates, Gibby.
Yeah. Either that or just take a good guess for me.
Low ball 3.
A lot of guys didn't want him either. You know, some guys didn't want him because, again, they just didn't trust it. Some guys they want to read and react. See ball, hit ball. And I have no problem with that method either. It works.
But, you know, you trust different teammates that give you the information as well. I can think of a few that.
I was just sitting here thinking the same thing. There's a few guys I trust when they're at second base.
Split.
Swing and a miss, and McCann is out of there. Faria with 5 punch-outs in this game.
All on splits. Still tied. Well, you've seen this exercise in between innings. The kid's got to go get second base and bring it back in a certain amount of time. And Nick Castellanos says, "Hey, you forgot your hat." And there's Nick doing a kind gesture to a young baseball fan. Could do it all, Nicholas.
Yeah, it was. It happened in Baltimore. The young man lost his cap, and then Nick had a choice there. Well, it's your problem, or I can bring it back to him, and he brought it back to him.
What if he put it on?
That would not have been a good look. Wendell is leading things off now. Joey Wendell. Then Carlos Gomez and Malix Smith. I think Simo. When we talk about Nicholas Castellanos this year, I think two things. A, he's taken more of a leadership role, and B, he seems to be having a whole lot of fun at the ballpark.
Well, there's no doubt he's having a lot of fun. Anytime that you're putting up the kind of numbers that Nick put up last year, the game does slow down for you, but it becomes fun because now he's trusting himself. He's the leader inside the clubhouse, but the way he became a leader, guys, is by being productive. They're listening to you when you're productive.
No doubt. That is ripped right to Nick in right field. One gone.
Well, let's take a look at the guy who rides the roller coaster a little bit, Carlos Gomez. He swings at the ball in the dirt. This is all in one game. He gets frustrated. That didn't offend anybody, did it? And then he hits the walk-off home run. And this is the celebration that people were talking about. And that is 53 seconds to get around the bases.
Oh. Goodness, I didn't know that.
That was the Ernie Harwell, a young man from Toledo. I don't know how much it was, but I got you guys. Young man from Toledo just caught that ball. I just
so
made it up.
That up. Okay.
Yeah, but it was long. And Simo, I was just said on the air. I don't know if you're listening. That I know Carlos Gomez. He's been through so many of these things, and he says he's not trying to offend anybody. You watch him play. It does not bother me. Pitchers pump. You do the pump. I mean, I did the pump in '88, right? I wasn't offending anybody, so well, I know what this guy's made of, and I think he competes, and it does not offend me.
And I agree with you, Gabe. I got a chance to play with Gomez Cargo, we call him, in Minnesota, and this is who he is. He enjoys playing the game. He's not trying to be disrespectful to the pitcher on the mound or be disrespectful to the game. He thinks that the younger kids and what he's hearing around when he's out and about, kids are talking about not playing the game because they feel like it's boring. And he said that you watch football, they're making touchdowns, they dance, they dunk the basketball. It's exciting. And he thinks that, baseball players, we don't get a chance to show our excitement enough.
Now, I will say, several years ago, I might have had a different opinion, but this is the way I feel now, again, because I've watched him play enough and I've heard him defend himself. And I'm just a little less intense.
Well, I talked to him today right before the game, and he told me he's a character. Let's just call it. He's a fun guy to be around, plays the game hard, plays it the right way. But he just simply said, if they didn't like it, get me out.
Yeah, that's true. Or some don't like it, and they try and drill the guy. Go get it.
To center field, Jones on the run. Jacoby's going to get there, and a 1-2-3 inning. Well, how about this celebration break? We all remember this one.
Simo's got to be.
No.
Oh, my God.
Look at that.
brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm, official legal services sponsor of Fox Sports Detroit. By Bell Tire, for tires and auto service, everybody needs a Bell Tire guy. And by Chevy Silverado, the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size pickups on the road.
Dude, you nailed those, man. You absolutely nailed it.
How many times have you done that? Man, you have to memorize those.
There's a shot to the shortstop. And one pitch, and Hicks is out, one away. So Faria and Zimmerman are locked up in a good one here tonight. One of the first nights where fans can actually show up at the ballpark, not bundled in jackets and parkas. Always a plus.
We got the windows open, no coats on.
No, how about that?
And you're sick.
And I'm sick. First good night we get, and I'm under the weather. Dixon stands in, looks at the ball outside. Machado with a pop-up in the third. He is 0 for 1. They play the shift on against him.
Now, if he gets on, I wonder if Gardy, it's a tough guy to do it. I would maybe do a hit and run or something here. The game's going along. Nobody's really hitting either pitcher hard. If you put somebody in motion, Iglesias is a good contact hitter. You're into the game. You got a good feel of what's going to be a fastball, what's going to be a split.
Hey, Simo, for a guy that's not a power hitter, would you like to see Machado against this shift go the other way a little bit more?
You know what? I think that's his approach in general. He looks like he's hitting with a better rhythm, and he's hitting the baseball where it's pitched this year. So I just feel like staying on the baseball is probably the best approach for Dixon Machado.
Faria is hanging a few in the last couple innings. Tigers, they will go a long way if you can get one.
He went the other way, but straight at the first baseman, Miller.
That's a good at bat. That's what Simo's talking about right there. Make that adjustment. Don't just give in.
2 gone now. That'll bring up Iglesias. Iggy sliced a double to the corner in right field in his last at bat. And guys, he has really started to turn things on after early in April was 0 for 19.
Yeah, he was struggling early, but I know he likes the warm weather better.
Also feel like he's shortened up, guys, as well with his swing. He's a little bit short, more compact. He's not chasing pitches out of the strike zone.
A lot of that is controlled by the legs, don't you think, Simo? You get that energy out of your legs?
Yes, you can slow the game down when you start early. Try to keep that lower half being smooth and in rhythm. And it appears to me that he's found that real good rhythm to where he's able to slow the baseball down, make some real good decisions, and take some real good short swings.
How important was batting practice for you guys when you were in a bit of a slump in terms of making adjustments?
Well, I always thought about it, not trying to hit home runs in batting practice, always trying to think to the big part of the field, left center, right center. And then maybe, Mario, maybe that last round, the last 5 swings, then you would tell, okay, you know, my happy zone, that 3-1, that 2-0, where I can let it hang out and try to catch the ball out front a little bit.
Yeah.
That last round, I would try to do that. But for the most part, I've watched a lot of great hitters. Miggy does it. I've watched Manny Ramirez do it. I've watched Alex Rodriguez do it. All these guys are simply just trying to groove that swing of standing inside the baseball and using the big part of the field.
That'll miss low, 3-2.
Lou Whitaker, he was scuffling. He didn't take batting practice the whole second half.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, that's how he did it. Just his way, and he raked after that. You never know. You know, one thing may work one time, another thing will work another time. But there's no guarantee anything's going to work. You just keep searching. Sometimes you just got to find some good music and chill out.
Popped him up. Left side of the infield. It's going to be the shortstop. Robertson makes the catch in a 1-2-3 inning for Jake Faria. All right, Simo, we'll see you on postgame. Thanks, pal.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for having me.
Still no score from Comerica.
Deep into the game through 5 innings. Got the good slider tonight. We talked about it in the open. Look at these balls. Late break, low in the zone, and on either corner. 4 strikeouts. Has only walked 1. Hung a few in that first and second inning, but has come back strong to hold the Tampa Bay Rays off the board.
There have only been 2 runners against him tonight, single and a walk, and a hard shot ground ball to the shortstop. And 1 pitch and a 1 out. A little bit of a high throw, but he got him.
Now, we were looking earlier at film. I was looking at his Jordan Zimmerman's delivery, and we had compared it to Michael Fulmer. We're going to stop this. I looked at the elbow. It was kind of a power position right here, and look how Fulmer was more closed, and when they come open, Jordan Zimmerman kind of flying open a little bit to me. I thought that's why he's losing his slider. You just see the muscles in Fulmer, and he's just throwing downhill. And when you hang him, doesn't go good. Michael's, they got different stuff, but we had to do it quick right there, but maybe we can bring it back in the freeze frame. I just feel like Michael's getting closed more at the top of the rubber, and I wonder if some of that isn't because of Jordan's troubles with that neck injury over the last couple of years, that he just doesn't feel like he can close and finish as much as he could before the injury.
Well, there was a great look, as you mentioned, of the power position of the elbow for Fulmer compared to Zim. 1-2 the count on Denard Span, who's hitting with 1 out here in the 6th. Span is 0 for 2. This is a Rays team that came in with 10 or more hits in 8 straight games, and they've been limited to just 1 here tonight by Zimmerman. This is certainly the best we've seen Zim pitch this year. He has not been able to go 6 since opening day. Another ground ball short. Iglesias positioned for that one, and there are 2 gone.
All right, so we're going to go back and just look at this. Just look how we're going to freeze it. I'm talking about these more closed. He's a little open now. We've synced these up. Go ahead and let it run through if you want to. We've synced these up. They're at the same camera angle. And you know, go ahead and let the finish go. See the balls coming out of their hands at the same time. So I just felt like, you know, they're all different, but I just felt like Michael Fulmer got more closed, and Jordan Zimmerman looked more upright and not closed as much. And we'll go back and look at several years ago, and we'll compare to tonight and see how it looks. Trust me, these guys all do it. You look at film, you look for 5 years ago, you look at 2 years ago. And, you know, he's just not going home and saying, "Oh, okay, I'll get him next time." Yeah. I mean, these guys are exhausting. They're looking at the numbers, looking at different angles, all different types of evaluations. This was just something that we did
That is pulled foul.
to see if we could see anything.
No stone is left unturned, I assume, by these guys.
And you know, we have a couple seconds to talk about it, and you know, we were trying to prepare that in the truck before the game today. We had much more time, but maybe we'll do a pregame segment on something like that. We'll pick a swing and pick a pitcher. We'll just show you how the big league guys, how they try and figure things out. But so far tonight, Zim, awesome. He looks like he just really feels in rhythm tonight. He's getting the ball. He knows what he wants to throw. He knows where he wants to throw it, and he has not really made many mistakes tonight. And he's keeping the Rays off balance, so he's got away with a couple. Get it up and in there. That's a nice pitch. Now he didn't even move his glove, McCann. He wanted it up and just in and hope he could get him to offer at it. That's a good pitcher's pitch, not a hitter's pitch, but he laid off.
3-2 now on Crone. Swing and a miss. And Zim is on one tonight. A 1-2-3 inning. 5 strikeouts for Jordan.
This Jeep game break, they announced today that Norris will go on the 60-day disabled list, and on Thursday he'll have a procedure to correct that groin injury that forced him out of Sunday's game after the 3rd inning and plagued him last year as well. It could be 12 weeks or more before Daniel Norris is ready to pitch in the big leagues again, but he's going to get right, at least he hopes, through this procedure, which will take place on Thursday, Mario.
All right, Trev, thanks. Yeah, it's very disappointing for Daniel, but he's been disappointed the last couple of years with a myriad of injuries. And now if he can get this groin problem taken care of, then hopefully next year he can, well, get right, as he says, and get back to where he wants to be. Victor Reyes leading things off here in the bottom of the 6th. No score in this one. It has been dominated here tonight by both Faria and Zimmerman. The starting pitchers have both been really good.
Looking at Faria at 73 pitches. His high is 83. Young kid, you wonder how far that the Rays would go with him.
Faria with 5 punch outs, got him 1, 2, 3 in the 5th. He really had not pitched well on the road this year. In 2 road starts, he had allowed 12 runs in 6 innings. Different story here tonight, though. The 1-2. Reyes making his 6th start of the year. He is the Rule 5 selection from the Arizona Diamondbacks for the Tigers. And so the Tigers trying to find a way to give him enough playing time, keep him at the major league level, and keep him in the organization.
And the Diamondbacks, boy, they're off to a good start this year.
Pulled on the ground to second base. Wendell.
Hey Detroit, it's April in the D and you need great food for tailgating. So here's your chance to enter to win groceries for a year from Aldi. To enter the Aldi groceries for a year sweepstakes, visit foxsportsdetroit.com for your chance to win.
I don't know if I asked you this before, but what is the first aisle you go to in a grocery store when you go shopping? Or do you go shopping?
Oh yeah, of course. The last time I went?
Anytime. What's your favorite aisle in the grocery store?
The fruits and vegetables.
That's way too healthy.
Well, whatever. You asked me where I go. I didn't know if I was
No, I
gonna get
wasn't setting you up
criticized.
for anything. No,
Yeah.
no.
All right.
I just wondered.
No. What's yours?
Well, I probably hit the cereal aisle first. I love cereal.
Oh, that's too healthy.
Yeah. No, well, depending on what you pick.
What do you get? Frosted Flakes?
Yeah, it's not the healthiest stuff. There's a line drive to left and a base hit. It's a 1-out single. And Jacoby is on with his first hit of the game. Not too many scoring chances really for either side.
I'll tell you, a good stolen base chance, because we know Mr. Faria likes to throw the split in the dirt.
Here's Candelario.
Good throwing catchers. Sucre is very good. If you're Candy, you've got to be looking for the heater right here. Should I leave my glasses on or off?
I think you ought to leave him on. Very stylish. Strike called on the outer edge.
Take them off. They're
Oh,
my
what?
wife's.
No, you can't take them off now.
Oh,
Should
you
check-
can't. Look, I do have my stopwatch.
They're pink.
Hi, guys.
Are those really Joanne's or are they yours?
They're mine now.
Swing and a miss by Candy, 0-2.
Look at two heaters. This is probably going to be another fastball, then a split. Well, these are the most functional glasses. Many of them break for some reason.
They actually go well with my tie tonight.
Yeah, but you got a cold. You can get colds off of glasses. I'm serious. And pink eye too.
Well, yeah, you would get pink eye with those.
Come on, man. I got my stopwatch. Don't distract me.
Do you remember a
I'm
talk
locked
show
in.
host by the name of Sally Jesse Raphael back
Yeah.
in the 80s?
I do. Uh-oh.
Ooh, got him. Yeah,
Let's take
Jacoby
a
was
look.
leaning.
Let's take a look at that. Jacoby thinks he was safe. It's pretty close. This is going to be the one that. Oh, he's in there.
Ooh, I don't know. You think so?
Yeah, I do. He knows it.
I think it's too close to overturn. He may have been in there, but I think it's too close, and the Tigers will not challenge.
That's a good move. He kind of set him up for that.
So it's 0-2 on Candelario. The bases are empty now with 2 outs.
How many pitchers they use that move? They buckle that front knee. Watch him buckle it. No, that wasn't. Looks like Jacoby was just gonna head on. He was trying to time him. Should have been able to get back on that. Nevertheless, got to deal with it. Erased. Good effort.
2-2. Zim has allowed 1 single in this game. Faria has allowed 3 hits. That's it. 2 of them doubles, though. Tigers unable to take advantage of either one.
Swing and a miss. Candelario is out of there, and man, Faria now with 6 strikeouts in the ball game.
May 12th at 4:10 p.m. The first 20,000 fans receive a free 1968 50th anniversary tote bag. For tickets, call 866-66-TIGER or go to tigers.com. Tote bag.
Well, we go to the 7th, and right now we've had only 4 hits between the 2 ball clubs. Zim has retired 13 straight. He's got 5 strikeouts. The last runner against him was a walk in the 2nd.
Okay, I know it's 0-0 game. We know Greeny's got the 9th regardless if he stays scoreless or ahead, right? So if Zim needs help this inning, who do we got?
There's a ball down low, and the count goes to 2-1.
Zim doesn't want to come out. He wants to finish this. 80 pitches through 7.
Yeah, the pitch count in great shape. There's your answer now. As Daniel Stump begins to warm up.
If you look at
there's a base at the left. Duffy singles, just the 2nd hit allowed by Zim.
Here's our Xfinity high-speed pitch. 94 today, low of 78. Fastball and the curveball. And Duffy leadoff single. So just looking up and down the lineup here. He likes the lefty versus this Tampa Bay Rays lineup.
Oh, snap throw. He was off the bag by a wide margin, but he got back.
So if you're Gardy, you got to have your wheels going here. You got to keep this Rays from scoring.
Well, now also, if you're Gardenhire in this game, Gibby, how much, you know, his pitch count's in great shape, but how much do you want to make sure that he leaves this game with a good feeling about it?
Yeah, he's a veteran. He feels good regardless right now. You got Nick Castellanos, Martinez, McCann. Do we have a pinch runner? We got one guy, I think. Martinez, not that. He's got a sore leg. You do have Miggy. He's not going to run. Nico's
all you got left.
Yeah, and then you got nothing. So you may But, you know, if you got an opportunity, if Victor gets on second base, you've got to pinch run for him, I believe. Got to go for the win if you got a chance. And beyond that, you got a pitcher. What starting pitcher would be the best hitter?
Really good question.
I mean, you get into these situations sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Probably not going to use a bullpen guy.
I would say the guy that went on the DL right now, Norris.
Norris would have been.
Would have been.
So you're not going to use Bell because he's your innings guy if you get into a long game. You're not going to make him the guy.
Two and two on Brad Miller.
Matt Boyd's pitching tomorrow, right?
He is.
Probably wouldn't be the greatest choice. Although he might be doable. But these are the things sometimes you got to think about because it could come up quick. Duffy doing a Mitch Lyons adjustment over there. Wasn't it Mitch?
Steve Lyons?
Steve Lyons,
Yeah.
yeah. Mitch Lyons from Michigan State.
Yeah. Ooh, spun his wheels, but he got back. Duffy 2 out of 2 in stolen base attempts this year. Now the 2-2. Miller pops it up. Back behind home plate, and McCann runs out of room.
That one came down hard. Those seats down there, you ever sit down right behind the home plate like that?
I have.
Where they come at you quick. Get a real good view of what it's like to see that pitching, how they get tricky. And then those foul balls like that, you think it's behind you, better be ready because it goes way back towards the field on the way down. Good run count here. 3-2 for sure.
Sim long look, and time is given now to Brad Miller. Jordan came in tonight receiving a major league best 9.2 runs of support per game. But tonight the Tigers have managed only 3 hits. Little chopper back to the mound, knocked down by him. And his throw is in time, but they're unable to get the lead runner, so moving to second is Duffy.
May got a little rush right there, had time. He's a little gun shy, maybe. Remember the one earlier, but here's all the pitches all around the zone. Started him in, finished him away off the end of the bat. And he just quickly, but what he did well is right now you got to say, get one out, get one out. That's the important thing. You don't want to panic. You got to make sure you get one out. You get no outs, then you're really putting yourself behind the 8 ball. But now you have man at second with 1 out. Opportunity to get this guy in the next and get out of the inning. Daniel Robertson.
He's had a tough night. He has struck out twice in this game. And now he is given time. Zim has slowed down the pace considerably here with a man on. He had retired 13 straight before the single by Duffy here in the 7th. Fouled off 0-1.
So the pitch that Miller just hit, what would you call that? One that he had trouble with. You know what I'm bringing up?
The one that Miller hit?
He just hit it.
What would I call it?
It was a number.
Oh boy.
No,
how could I miss that?
It's unbelievable how much that comes into play.
Well, was that a little number?
It was a medium number.
Pickoff throw, and boy, the Tigers got fortunate there that they were able to get a glove on that ball.
Good play by Machado here. You know, he really did a good job of getting some glove on this. Look at him, just throws it out there and stops it, and Iglesias is backing up. Keep him there. Hopefully you can get Robertson another strikeout.
Fly ball center field. Jacoby has this one measured. Hit pretty deep. A runner will tag, and he's coming to third base. 2 outs now with the man at third.
Join us again tomorrow night for the second game in this Tigers-Rays series. All of your game coverage begins with Tigers Live at 6 right here on Fox Sports Detroit.
So with 2 outs, here is Joey Wendell.
Wendell fly out to left and a line out to Nick Castellanos. Big right here. We'll watch Jordan if he gets this out. Lobby to throw the 9th or the 8th, I should say.
Ball 1.
He's not going to want to come out of this game.
Neither starter tonight has had to deal with too many base runners. The Rays finally get a man in scoring position. Now they've gotten Duffy to third with 2 outs. Here's the 1-0. Faria has been outstanding as well for the Rays on the other side. 6 strikeouts and only 3 hits allowed. Driven to right field but foul. Now 1-2. All right, so you're managing this game. What if he gets him right here, ends the inning? Does he go out for the 8th?
I'd say if he wanted to, I'd look, you know, to see what he says. You never know. You go out there, or I'd watch him. If I was the manager, I wouldn't say anything to him. I'd see what he said.
The 1-2. Slow roller towards short. Iglesias gobbles it up, and that is that. No runs, a hit, 1 man left. Coming up, the Consumers Energy 7th inning stretch. Tigers baseball on Fox Sports Detroit is brought to you by Comerica Bank. Raise your expectations of what a bank can be. When it's time, come to Comerica. Your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers, visit ChevyDetroit.com. See why Chevy drives the Motor City.
And by Wallside Windows, we can do that. We are the factory.
Why'd you do that?
I had to. Sponsors.
Yeah, I could do it. You gotta save that voice for tomorrow.
You were busy. Faria goes back to work now as we go to the bottom of the 7th. It'll be Castellanos leading it off.
We're trying to build a little piece on Jordan Zimmerman. We're going to try and bring you the, got away with a couple early. Started to find the slider. Fastball was good and located. Then the last pitch was a surprise.
Can't wait.
Who knows what it's going to be?
Faria has gone 2-0 now on Nicholas. And a strike call, 2-1.
2-0 off speed. Yeah, Zim, he's gotten deep into the game. He's gotten to use his full arsenal. Ooh.
Nick had a rip there.
Good sweat tonight, Zim.
Tiger box here this evening. Not a whole lot going on.
Yeah, yeah, there isn't. A couple points out there. We got 2 points. Iggy's got 2.
Here's the 2-2. That's in the air toward right field, coming toward the line. Gomez skids against the railing and into the ball boy down there. Easy.
That was bullyish. Look, sometimes you get caught down there. You're a player. You're trying to look at the wall, and look at he doesn't.
But Gomez did a great job there pulling up.
I had a situation like that with an umpire once at home plate.
I heard about that.
I ran him over.
Baseball's flying everywhere.
Well, I wanted to be safe. I was safe. Look at Nick really waiting on that. Nick just really waits on this ball. He's fouled the fastballs up into the stands. That was a nasty split. He just fouled that back into the stands. Got to wait, and get those hands in there and direct that bat right to it. Don't have to put everything in play. You want him to finally hang one. The one that he started high at the top of the zone and breaks right down the middle.
You can see by the shift that Nick is one of those guys that if he hits the ball in the air, it typically goes the other way, but on the ground, he will pull it. That's what the data indicates.
Infield the pull, outfield the other way.
Just got a piece. And so did Sucre. He got dinged on that one.
If you look at alignments like that, many teams play that. In the air, it goes one way, on the ground, it goes another. Because everybody, you read about the approach. Simo was talking about the approach. Stay behind it, go to the middle, go the other way. Ideally, that's what you're trying to do. Smith way over towards right center field.
Pulled on the ground. There you go. Right into the shift. Nick is out. Nice play.
Hey, join the Tigers and Kroger for the 7th annual Pink Out the Park, Sunday, May 13th, when the Tigers face the Mariners at 1:10 p.m. Special ticket packages include a Pink Out the Park t-shirt and donation to breast cancer research. Very important cause. Visit tigers.com/pinkout.
You got to let me use those glasses.
I'll bring them. What about me in pink?
Well, yeah, you can wear them.
They'll be broke by then anyway.
That's not much confidence in yourself.
Well, it's the glasses.
Oh, okay.
These actually are 50% broke right now.
Martinez looks at a ball outside, but they're not yours. They're your wife's.
Well, but she's giving them up. And I want to see how much the glasses got in them. They're at 50% now, and they're going strong. At what point does it give? Kind of like a baseball player sometimes. Hockey player. your teacher?
There's the
You're
ball down low.
You're going to get frustrated with Mario, or are you going to dig in there and don't break? Don't let him break you.
That's pretty much the same feeling I have about you when I do a ball game.
I understand. Proud of it.
Don't let him break you. 2-0 on V-Mart. Get something good to hit here and drive it. On the ground to the right side, straight into the shift to Wendell, and there are two gone. We love those glasses. I mean, they're really cool. Now here is Sally Jesse Ruff.
No, mine aren't that. Let me put them on right.
Those are exact.
No, they're not. My frames are way different.
You need to get a talk show going now.
And I noticed I got to get my eyebrows trimmed.
Oh man,
clean on top.
Yeah. Anytime you can do the split screen of Gibby and Sally Jesse Raphael, it's a great night.
A Gibby with Parkey is even better.
2 outs now for McCann. They were working feverishly in the truck.
Oh, I know.
The last couple of innings.
I know.
That.
We have to buy the rights to shore.
Let's not bring that up. Let's move on.
I didn't get any offer.
0-1 on McCann.
It's a beautiful night for James McCann right now. 2 strikeouts and a game winner.
I'm in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1.
Got to keep that attitude.
Faria with 6 strikeouts. Now 1-2. His next pitch will be his 100th of the night, so there's activity in their bullpen.
Hundo.
One and two on McCann.
That was action, by the way. Alvarado was one of them. Not sure who the other pitcher saw.
Rowe is the other.
Chaz Rowe, an independent baller. I had him in Arizona. Oh, yeah. Chaz, yeah, he's.
Bouncer back to the mound, off the pitcher, and backed up nicely by Wendell to throw him out. Tigers go 1, 2, 3. We got to take one more look at Sally Jesse Gibson. Tigers baseball presented by Bell Tire.
Pitch has 5 Ks, and let's just look at his day. Early on, slider was up a little bit, got away with a couple of them. Then he started to get the slider. Look at it bite. That's what you're looking for, down in the zone. Nice late break. And then he starts going to the changeup. So he brought out there. You see the grip, nice down and away action. Really felt comfortable all night after the first or second inning. Got his rhythm going. and a good performance. And we've got a wall side windows pitching change. Daniel Stump, 13th game, 3 holds, ERA of 1.74. Opponents are hitting 211 off him. And let's look at the workload for Daniel. Looks like he's thrown 4 out of the last 7 days. So that's those double headers and those long games really took a toll on the Tigers bullpen. But he's ready to go.
Bottom 3 coming up. It'll be Gomez to get things started here for the Rays. No score. They had a total of 5 hits. In the meantime, Buck Farmer now warming up.
So it looks like he's trying to stay away from Jimenez.
I think he wanted to stay away from Jimenez yesterday in Baltimore, but had to. Guarding the line at third is Candelario against Carlos Gomez. High fly ball. Shallow left field for Reyes.
That was way up there. Reyes hasn't had a lot of action out there today, so that's a little wake-up call. Game started. It was sunny out, warm out. 70, 71 degrees. It's all changed. Dark. Got the lights. Much different look out there. You got to keep an eye on that flag out there in center field. It will aid a little bit.
Smith looks at ball 1. Malix with 2 fly balls to center in this game. There you see the flag out in center field ruffled. Chopper to first, foul. Only 2 hits for the Rays in this game, both singles. One by Duffy in the first and another one by Duffy in the 7th.
Now you got to watch out here. We're on the line. You might want to come in a little bit over here because if he bunts this ball on the lefty, it's going to be hard to get him. You want to take that away, make him swing the bat.
Have to swing it now. It's 1-2.
Smith's been red hot. 421 versus lefties so far this year.
It's pretty good.
It's real good.
The way the Rays came into this game swinging the bats, Tigers have done a great job of absolutely shutting them down tonight. They were leading the American League with a 271 team average.
Keeping them down so far. Coming down to the bullpen again.
Swing and a miss. Smith goes fishing, 2 gone.
Set that up good. Threw a lot of fastballs. Got Smith thinking about it. Disappears. Slide piece. Sit down. Yeah. I tell you what, you wonder how you can swing at those sometimes, but it's tricky. And you got that energy. You're trying to do something good right now. Here you are in the top of the 8th. So is Mr. Stump.
Sucre is the number 9 hitter, and he is 0 for 2. Ball high. 1 ball and 1 strike on Sucre. Zim goes 7, no runs, 2 hits. Swing and a miss.
It's a good slider. Swinging a pitch like that. Guessing strike. Parky once asked me, how can you swing at that pitch?
And you said?
I was looking for it. Sometimes you look for sliders and they're sliders, but they're not strikes.
2-2. Sucre lined out in the 3rd and grounded out in the 6th. Now the 2-2 is a bouncer towards 2nd. That'll be easy there for Machado, and he'll throw him out. 1-2-3 for Daniel Stuff. We go to the bottom of the 8th.
Another beauty. You can see the split finger grip right there. His ball just went straight down. Tigers 6 went down. Actually, he's still on the mound. And this really frustrated the Tigers. A lot of 2-strike split fingers. They have not been able to lay it off. And he's still out there for the Tigers, facing the Tigers, trying to get the win. Thought they brought a new guy in, but they did not.
So Faria, his longest outing of the season, continues to get longer as he answers the bell here in the 8th inning.
101 pitches. His previous longest was 83 pitches.
High fly ball right field. It'll chase Gomez back. 1 gone. Here is the upcoming matchup presented by Wallside Windows. Got a good one tomorrow. Chris Archer and Matthew Boyd.
It'll be a good one. Matthew coming off his poorest start of the year, but has thrown the ball very well. 2.74 ERA. Chris Archer started poorly, 6.61, but he's formidable. He's got good stuff, and it'll be a tough one for the Tigers, but there he is.
Here is Machado.
Have you ever heard him speak, Chris Archer?
I have.
What do you think?
Impressive.
He is.
He's a good kid.
Yeah, he's really heard a couple of interviews that he's done. Very well spoken and thoughtful. Yeah. But I hope we kick your butt tomorrow.
He's very active in the community as well.
Yep.
Here's the 1-0. You surprised at all that Faria is still out there here in the 8th?
Yeah, I don't know the history of him. I mean, that's you know, to jump from 83 to 100. He's had really not much high leverage situations, so maybe that's a factor. We'll ask Kevin Cash and talk about it a little bit tomorrow. I feel he's ready. It's a perfect evening to throw.
Yeah, it's a good point. The temperature was 70 rather at game time, and great pitching weather. It's cooled down a little bit.
67 degrees here in the bottom of the 8th.
Here's the 1-2. Nubbed foul.
Attaboy. Attaboy. Finally. Took me how many games?
I needed the perfect swing and the perfect lack of connection to call it a number. And that fit the bill right there.
That's a foul. Foul nub.
Now the 1-2. So the Tigers now have Shane Green going. Be nice to get him a run here and lock it down. Outside 3-2. Iglesias waiting on deck. Chaz Rowe in the bullpen for the Rays.
They're on the phone. If he gets on, you might get Mr. Rowe. Lots of sliders from Chaz.
Ground ball third base side, fielded there by Duffy, and he'll throw him out. 2 gone. Time for the pick the stick update brought to you by Ram, and as Gibby said, not a whole lot going on tonight.
Iglesias with 2. Candy's got -1. Simo, sorry. Mario, they're negatory. I had a K in a single, so I'm still treading water.
Yeah. Trev, the big winner right now, but all it takes is 1 swing. And here is Iglesias, double and a pop-up.
Trev says, Iggy's my guy. It'll be somebody else tomorrow, though, Trev. I know it.
Strike 1 on Iglesias. Six in a row now retired by the right-hander Faria. Pitch count now is up to 111. 83 is previous high, so he is well beyond that. Popped up middle of the infield. It's going to travel to the grass, and it's going to be called by Smith, who makes the catch. 1-2-3, 8th inning. We go to the 9th. Regardless of how this one turns out, and we certainly hope the Tigers scratch out enough offense to turn away the Tampa Bay Rays, it has been a huge, giant leap forward for Jordan Zimmermann, and this was a start that he had to have and his team had to see from him.
Oh, no question about that, John. There's no question he's pitching. He pitched today with a lot of confidence. But both of these young men today were on one. They were both locked in. Stick around for the post-game show. I'm going to tell you what made them so effective.
All right. We'll see what happens in the short duration of what we have in regulation, and then perhaps some on the other side of that. Mario, Gibby. All right. Thanks very much, Keats. Wall side windows change. Now here is Shane Green.
12th game. Looking for a win. Tie game right here. You want to 1-2-3 him. Get a walk-off dinger.
Top of the order, Span, Crone, and Duffy.
And celebrate.
Faria had given up 12 runs in his first 2 road starts in 6 innings. Today, a much different story for the Rays right-hander.
Must be sneaky because it really had a hard time getting on that fastball. A lot of good deception on the split.
Span has hit 3 ground ball outs, 0 for 3. And he'll look at a ball outside, 1-1. One and 2 on Span. Crone to follow, and then Duffy. Rays came into this game having hit 8 homers in their last 3 games, but they have been shut down tonight by the Tigers. 2-2. Tigers as well without Cabrera and Martin in their lineup tonight, and they've not been able to muster much against the Rays.
Probably not available tonight either. Tigers have 1 on the bench. Useful.
Two and 2 on Denard. Span.
It's time to just make sure you know what you're doing on this diamond.
Full count, 3-2.
See, I think Greeny's got such a good sinker. He's trying to get those sliders in the back door. He did this in his last game. He leaves them outside. I'd throw that sinker down low and defend. You can see that he's clearly protecting against the slider. The previous pitch, he threw a slider that was a ball all the way, and he just was all over it, just sat on it, didn't offer at all. So I'd be really cautious about throwing a slider right now. Right down the middle, low. He's got to swing at it with 2 strikes.
Span this year has been much better with men on base. 394 when the bases are occupied, 167 when they're empty. This is how Shane Green wants to face him here with nobody on. We're in the top of the 9th, no score. And he walked in, ball 4. Leadoff man on here in the 9th.
MLB at Bat is your #1 Detroit Tigers app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Detroit Tigers home screen icons and features such as the MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB at Bat today.
You forgot one thing.
What?
Gibby reading promos also on the app.
Is it? You're going to make it?
It is now. It's a brand new feature. Missed it outside, 1-0 on CJ Crone.
Don't forget about Denard Span at first base.
No.
Two stolen bases this year. Caught once, but he's got a few steals in his career.
178 swipes. Usually good for double digits every year. And he's gone outside, 2-0. Crone is 0 for 3.
This is not, you don't want to get behind in these counts, especially late in the game.
And Crone's got some pop.
Yes, he does. Get it down low. Get the double play ball. Uh-oh.
Driven to right field. Back to the track, back to the wall, and Crone is hit one out. And there's that pop. 2-run shot off Shane Green to give the Rays the lead. The perils of falling behind. 9 home runs now in their last 4 games.
2-0 count, pretty much just using the SEMO approach there. Not trying to pull it. He knows Greeny's got a good sinker. He just drives this out the other way. Should have been a little down in the zone. He elevates this one. And it costs us.
So Duffy stands in, and he's ahead of the count now, 1-0. 2 singles, fly ball. Popped up. Machado to the grass. 1 away.
Well, let's take a look at StatCast. This ball comes off hot. 111 on the exit velocity, 401 feet.
You can tell it off the bat too. That ball was stung pretty good.
Had a sound to it.
Here is Brad Miller now. Ball 1. So again, Gray now is falling behind every hitter. Miller is 0 for 3. Ground out, strikeout, pop up. Swing and a miss. C.J. Cron with a 2-run homer to give the Rays a 2-0 lead here in the 9th. We had zeros up until this inning.
Well, we can score 2.
High ball 2. Drill toward left field. Reyes on the run, still going back. He looks up, and that ball is gone. 2 opposite field home runs for the Rays here in the 9th, and they lead 3-0. Shane Green has allowed 2 long balls.
Well, I've been doing a little look up here of how many times the bullpen, as here comes Gardy, has begun with a 1-0 count in the results. There, this at bat, both home runs have done so. 56 coming into tonight's game of 121 batters. Again, with the 1-0 count, I think in general, most pitching coaches would say 70% strikes in that situation, and it costs you. The Tigers have done well in those situations, have gotten out of them, but not tonight.
All right, Buck Farmer coming out of the bullpen. We'll be back. Buck Farmer now is out of the Tigers bullpen here. 3-0 is our score. The Rays have hit 2 home runs here in the 9th inning.
1 out. You got to stop them right here. When they got the 2-run, and then you gave up another, so keep it here. Tigers got to come awake here in the bottom of the 9th.
But I think in the end, Gibby, what you said was absolutely right. I mean, when you're falling behind, and Shane did on what, 4 straight batters there.
Well, it happened on the road as well. That's why I looked it up. And the Tigers, way too many times. Finally, strikeout here by Buck, and they were successful in getting out of most of those jams, well above league average. But it is a matter of time. You get in those situations, and then look, they're not trying to do it. You know,
no doubt.
But it is the point. You have to find a way to stop putting yourself at a disadvantage, or you put your team. And I'm sure that Greeny and everybody will do that.
Joey Wendell looks at ball 1. So
Nice.
the Tigers at the bottom of the 9th will have Reyes, Jones, and Candelario due up.
I hate to even bring things like that up because I know how hard it is, but it's got to be addressed. And I know Gardy gets frustrated with it as well.
One and one on Joey Wendell. 1-2. So Farmer trying to get the final out here in the 9th. Regardless of the final score in this one, you come away feeling really good, though, about the outing from Jordan Zimmerman tonight.
Yep, he did a heck of a job. Best start of the year.
Two and two.
Been a while since the Tigers come back in walk-off fashion, so this will be a good night for it.
Well, they had a lot of dramatics on the last homestand. Pulled on the ground to the right side. Hicks will feed Farmer for the outs.
Good job getting over there, Buck. Good job of getting out of the inning. Tigers give up 3, go to the bottom of the 9th for the walk-off. Came to the last inning, Jordan Zimmerman with his best start of the season really had everything working, especially the slider. Nice, low, sharp, but it was matched by Jake Faria. He featured the fastball and the split finger, and the Tigers could not stay off of that split finger. Candyman gave up on that. And then in the 9th inning, C.J. Crone with the dinger. The 2-run shot after a walk to Denard Span. Brad Miller puts an insurance run on the board. And the Rays take a 3-0 lead into the bottom of the 9th, and the Tigers need base runners.
And get ready for a heavy dose of sliders here. Chaz Rowe is on now against the pinch hitter Nico Goodrum.
Wall side windows pitching change. Chaz Rowe, ex-teammate of mine. 14 games. He's got a rubber arm. Lots of sliders. But beatable. Let's get him.
Nico is batting for Reyes. He didn't like that call.
They shouldn't.
That seemed way outside.
And they should be screaming out of the dugout there. I mean, you know, you're trying to get on base any way you can, get that tag run to the plate. He just missed it.
2-1 on Goodrum.
There's the slider. It wasn't too many years ago you couldn't lick your fingers on the mound. Now you can. You see Chaz Rowe. Sometimes you look, they lick them on the slider, but they don't lick them on the fastball. So it's something you want to pay attention to.
Big swing there by Goodrum. 2-2.
He's got a good slider down and in under the hands, and the shift is look at everybody's going over to the right side now. Robertson just came from here over to here, and Duffy's over to the shortstop's position. 2 up, 2 strike bunt.
3-2.
How'd that miss him?
I don't know. Let's see. Whoa.
Got to take it. That'd have been back knee though. Oh, he lifted his foot up.
Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss, and Goodrum is out of there and has words for Stu Sherwater as he goes back.
You know, when you're an umpire, he probably has a pretty good idea that he might have missed that one. This one here is actually an overhung slider, and had a chance to get himself out of that hole. Didn't happen. 1 down.
Here is Jacoby Jones. That slides in for a strike. 0-1.
Sucre did bring the olives out for this inning because of all the sliders.
There's another one, but it stayed inside. 1-1.
You just put an olive between your 2 fingers, your middle and your index, and you don't have to open them up. It's like a 2.
I love the old olive.
And you can eat it after you're done giving signs.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Oh, it hit him. All right, that's a start.
That's a point too.
Is that your guy?
This is my guy. These are just sliders. They're getting away. But I like to hear the fans get into it like that. I don't like it either.
It pays to have a baggy jersey on. That one caught his shirt. Here is Candelario.
We need another runner. Get the tying run to the plate. It's tied up first. Nobody up yet in the bullpen, but they will be soon.
Yep, right now, as a matter of fact.
Here, he's whispering. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. It's pretty good. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Come on, Jamer. Jamer is 0 for 2 with a walk.
Now, if you're Jacoby Jones, you could steal this bag. Would you do it?
Well, sure.
No, you can't. What happens if he swings and hits a line drive?
No, I'm still going.
Double play.
I'm not going with 3-0.
It's a trick
There
question.
he goes. Throw down to second is not in time. Stolen base.
Point.
Now they're really on the bat phone.
Yeah. Attaboy, Jacoby. Look at that nice slide. He keeps his foot low into the back of the bag. That's a good slide.
Ooh, keep it on there.
Sucre's got a good arm, and
Boy,
it's
he
always
does.
accurate.
That was right on the money, but Jones got a nice jump.
I don't think Gardy wanted that. In general, I think that, like I said, if he swings and you get double play, you just go, you know you can make it. Hit him. You got to hobble around there.
Rowe is struggling to throw strikes.
That slider's really biting. Down and in. Hit him.
Yeah, that is close enough to hobble.
Sell it. Jesus Colome is normally the closer, is he not? It must be down today.
Yeah, he pitched yesterday. I know that much. Ground ball back up the middle, and it's going to be cut off.
Stay there.
The throw to third, and Jones gets back in there. Now the Tigers are in business.
And I tell you, so you really got to watch it right here. It's a pretty smart play. Watch, he's going to come right over here. Jacoby gets his head around, and Dave Clark does a good job. Look at he's saying, get on that base. Chamber keeps it alive.
Really good play by Wendell. They're trying to catch Jacoby rounding the bag, and a really good play by Jones. Now we'll get a visit to the mound. Chaz Rose struggling to close this one out.
They're getting Jose Alvarado warmed up in the bullpen. That's probably for Victor. He's not swung the bat against lefties as well as he has in the past.
Colome, the closer, has thrown in 3 of the last 4 games. So they're trying to get Rowe to close this one down. Now you got Castellanos up there at the tying run.
Alex Colome, so it's out tonight. Think he's going to get a slider here? Absolutely. You got to look at the one that's going to come right at your shoulder. And when it comes at your shoulder, it's going to break right across that plate.
He has been slider heavy here in the 9th inning.
You're going to get another one.
Pounded foul back out of play.
It's his bread and butter.
Castellanos in the game with a double play, a ground out, and a double. Here's the 0-1.
Oh, he waited on that.
Yeah, he did. And we'll find the seats.
Nick really waited on this. He's keeping it inside though. Just couldn't center it. He really waited on it, sat back, let it come, maybe a little too deep. There's just 2 strikes. You're looking out this way. The line there, the red line behind, is a tag and go home. The throw out line is the red. Anything behind it, you go. In front of it, you stay.
Did it hit him?
Yeah, he hit him.
Castellanos is hit by the pitch on an 0-2. That's going to load the bases. And Rowe is self-destructing.
Fans are doing a good job here, too. They've been getting on him about the first hit batter. Jacoby. He got him. He got him. We got the bases loaded.
And we got a pitching change. With V-Mart coming up. Chaz Rowe struck out Goodrum to start the inning, then a hit batter, a single, and another hit batter. And he gone. We'll be back.
Candy on the doubles. Good slide inside of the bag. Read the ball coming in. Getting the Tigers going. And then tonight, Jacoby Jones on a steal. Although maybe not advised. Nice slide. Keeps it going. Since then, we've had a single and a hit batsman. Now we have the bases loaded in 1 out. But Victor gives us a chance. And we're looking for the walk-off.
Jose Alvarado is coming out of the bullpen now for the Rays.
You can see he doesn't walk anybody. Look at his whip. No hits, no walks. 16 strikeouts, only 4 walks. Like I said, Victor hitting 154 lefty, 246 righty, so they're playing those numbers right now.
Jones, Candelario, Castellanos. They're on the bases.
Cannot play the shift with the bases loaded.
V-Mart has put the ball on the ground 3 times in this game. And Victor skies one in the air toward right field, slicing foul. 0-1.
Five bases, career with the bases loaded. You see Victor, he's got 5 grannies. 1 for 4 and 2 RBI this year.
Alvarado last pitched on Saturday, an inning and a third in Boston, and struck out 2. Allowed 1 hit. Ball low, 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's hit 100.
Wow.
That's some low gas.
from the left side. That is some major gas there.
Get it going early.
Home runs by Crone, and Miller gave the Rays a 3-0 lead in the top of the inning. Tigers answering here. Grounder back up the middle into center field, base hit. 1 run scores. 2 runs are in. It's a 3-2 ball game.
Comes at him with some more gas. Victor really quick. We got the pinch runner. Leonis Martin with the pinch runner, but look at Victor. He saw that 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Good approach. When a guy throws that hard, you do not want to try and pull it. He does not. Scores 2. We got action.
Tying run now at second, the winning run at first, and only 1 out. And here is McCann. James looks at ball 1.
Remember what I said last time? James struck out twice. Time to get the game winner. Here you go again. You get another shot, buddy.
And again, Alvarado throwing 100 miles an hour. James 0 for 3. Two and 0. He's sitting in a good count now.
Got to control. You're 2-0. You can't guess strike. You've got to see it. Must be something that Greeny could get a win out of it, and the Tigers as well. Picking each other up.
Two and 1. He let it all hang out there. Again, 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's too high. Hard to catch up there. He let her go.
Rays trying to close this one down without their closer available tonight, and the Tigers chipping away, down by a run. Here's the 2-1. One around. No, he did not.
Good
Hudson
break.
at first base that he held. 3 and 1.
Just take a look from the side. He sold it good. He released those hands away from the body.
Oh, Kevin Cash is just livid right now. It looked like he went.
He's saying you should have it yourself behind the plate. And you can see the emotions from both sides. You've seen them. Beautiful thing about the game.
Here's the 3-1. 3-2 on McCann.
He's throwing him a strike. It's hard though. You want to get it going if you're the hitter.
That last one at 98, he's reached triple digits.
Did that change up at 98?
Might have been. 3-2 on McCann.
Come on, James.
Just got a piece staying alive.
Again, if you're Nick, I'd be looking in there. Looking in the glove of the young lefty. I think you can see it. And that's certainly a guy at 100 would want to know.
Alvarado just rearing back and throwing cheese. High 90s to 100. 3-2 on McCann. Fly ball in the air, left field. It's going to hang up, though, and be caught by Span, and the runners will hold with 2 gone. So McCann gave it a ride, but off the end of the bat, and now there are 2 gone for Hicks. Meanwhile, the catcher Sucre goes out to the mound, spending a mound visit to give the lefty Alvarado a little bit of a blow here. Tigers now have Hicks up there with 2 on and 2 outs. 3-2 ball game. John 0 for 3. Ball 1.
Look at Jesus Sucre. Watch him in this frame job. He pulls that in so quick, that umpire. Just watch his glove when he catches it.
Rolled foul on a check swing 1-1. Well, Hicks got the start yesterday for the Tigers in Baltimore and homered. He's got Castellanos and Leonis Martin on the bases. What a gap shot here, win the ball game. Oh man, he floated one in there at 83 and he had Hicks buckled.
Yep. Pulled the string. Just totally fooled him. He's throwing all heaters. I mean, you can't possibly be looking. You can see you're thinking about getting it going. It's gonna be a high heater here.
One and 2 on Hicks. It'll bounce. Castellanos not going anywhere though. 2-2.
And that fly ball that McCann hit. Castellanos, you're supposed to score if it falls, which Nick did the right thing. However, if you know that he's going to catch it, you think about going to third. Now, what does it matter? Right there.
Yeah.
Does he score? Probably not. Just some of the little things. Fine tune.
Two and 2. John Hicks. Didn't go. Held up. Now 3 and 2. Oh, now it's going to get interesting. Now you start the base runners.
Another curveball. I sell out totally on a fastball right here. Not up. Got to look down. It actually looks like that 100-mile-an-hour cuts from time to time. He throws the curveball. Again, you could look in the glove if you want to do.
Ball 4, and Hicks draws a walk to load the bases. Now the tying run at third.
I think it's one of the things to consider here. Do you want to take a pitch? Mound visit.
Dixon Machado will stand in there, a base hit away from perhaps winning this game.
I don't know how athletic Alvarado is. 2 outs. Get one there to the right side or another over there. He can beat it out.
Kyle Snyder has a chat, goes back to the dugout.
Want to get the ball in play, force some action, force some pressure. Make him make a mistake.
So it's down to this now.
So I would consider just total take here. He really's been all over, hasn't he?
He really has. Everybody has in this inning. So now here's Machado. Dixon 0 for 3 on the night.
Get ahead in the count here.
Ball 1.
Take another one, and you can gauge him. And he's throwing 100, right? So it's not like you're just standing up there like you're just totally taking. You're taking your steps. You're trying to get your time. You might adjust your hands to be a little quicker. He's going right for the heart of the plate right here. Didn't want it. Headlines for you, Dixon. Tomorrow.
18 pitches, 9 balls, 9 strikes from Alvarado. Fouled off. 1-2 now.
Comes the breaking ball somewhere in the next 2 pitches. He's so hard to. Again, I keep telling you about looking down there at second base. If you ever wanted to know, be looking in that glove. I don't know that they do that, but something to think about. Throw that breaking ball in the dirt.
Here's the 1-2 now to Machado. There it is in the dirt. That's Sucre doing a nice job of keeping it in front of him.
He's taking a beating.
He is, man. And that last one got him pretty good.
I could hear it hit some meat. I mean, it smacked him right off the arm. That's a pretty good stop. He got down and he just really made himself a hockey goalie. Well, Machado wasn't that long ago. This ballpark. Walk-off. Trying to prime it. Sucre is still down out in front of the net, the plate. Get cooled down. You like that cold water like that?
After that, sure.
If we win, would you let me do it? It'd wake you up.
No. I'll do it to you, though. If we win.
Wait a second, it was my idea.
I'm sick, remember?
Yeah, well, I'll shake you out of it.
Let's see if Sucre stays in the game here.
Yeah, he is. He just poured it right down the back. So if they walk him off, you won't do it.
No.
I will.
Trying to bait me. 2-2. Dixon trying to win it. Alvarado now ready with the 2-2. Ground ball to short.
There.
Should do it, and it does. They get the force to end the ball game. Tigers come up a little bit short. 3-2 your final score. Now to the Call Sam Studios. John Keating, Tigers Live postgame.
Mario, thank you. What a game it turned out to be after not much was happening other than terrific pitching early. And coming up on Tigers Live, it's a tough loss for the Tigers to take. The benefit was they got a great start from Jordan Zimmerman. You will hear from Ron Gardenhire, including his thoughts on his closer, Shane Green. The Tigers Live gets going moments from now.